Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Ted and I've been a full-time rideshare driver for over 8 years. I've completed more than 28,000 rides between Uber and Lyft, and during that time, I've seen the industry change a lot, mostly not for the better. Earnings have dropped drastically, and the truth is, it's getting harder and harder to make a decent living behind the wheel. When I first started, I was what many drivers call an ant driver. I used to take almost every single ride request that came my way, thinking the more rides I did, the better chances I had to meet new people, to maybe get more tips, and to keep my acceptance rate close to 100%. But let's be honest, most passengers don't tip, not because they don't want to, but because they just can't afford it. And after years of trying to play by the book, I finally said enough is enough. I started realizing that everything Uber and Lyft show you as your pay is before expenses. And when you sit down and really calculate all the costs, gas, insurance, car washes, maintenance, wear and tear, depreciation, even the time you spend waiting between rides, you start to see how small the real profit actually is. The number that looks good on the screen can shrink fast once you take all of that out. So I decided to change my approach. I started cherry picking. For a long time, I was hesitant because I didn't want my acceptance rate to drop. I was afraid of losing features like seeing trip details before accepting or other perks they offer to keep you accepting everything. But eventually I realized I'd rather protect my wallet than protect my acceptance rate. Yeah, if your rate drops too low, you might lose access to certain features, like seeing the direction of the trip before you accept. But I found a balance. When I get close to that 20% mark, I accept a few short or mediocre rides just to keep things functional. But the difference in my earnings has been night and day. Over time, I've been testing strategies, learning from veteran drivers, and figuring out what really works out there in the real world. These are not theories or complaints. These are practical moves that have helped me maximize my earnings and even my tips. And that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing here on this channel. Now, one thing I want to make clear, I'm not here to complain. I've been frustrated, I've been pissed off, but you won't see me on Facebook groups crying about how bad Uber or Lyft are treating drivers. That doesn't solve anything. Yeah, you might feel better after venting, but it doesn't put more money in your pocket. Unionizing? Maybe it's working out in California, maybe it's not, but honestly, that's a long game with a lot of bureaucracy. Meanwhile, we're still out here trying to make rent and pay bills. What I want to focus on are actions we can take right now, things that actually move the needle today. And let's be real, automation is already here. In my market, we already have self-driving cars on the road. The writing's on the wall. AI and automation are coming faster than most people think. So while we still have the chance, we've got to make these last years behind the wheel count and make them profitable. This channel is not about wishful thinking. It's about effective, real-world strategies that work. Yes, they work individually, but they work even better when we do them collectively. Because the truth is, if just one driver cherry-picks smarter, Uber doesn't care. But if hundreds or thousands of us in the same city start doing it together, that's when the algorithm starts paying attention. So that's the goal here, to build a community of smart drivers who take control of their own earnings instead of letting the apps control them. The more of us that apply these strategies together, the more leverage we have. Uber and Lyft are already charging passengers a lot of money, so don't let them fool you. They can afford to pay us more. And they will if we stop taking the garbage rides that keep their profits high and our pay low. So yeah, that's what this channel is about. Real strategies, real talk, no corporate fluff. I'll be sharing everything I've learned from my 8 years and 28,000 rides so we can all start earning what we truly deserve. Remember, you and I are the ones in the driver's seat. Let's make it happen. Be safe out there. Keep learning and share this channel with as many drivers as you can. Because the more of us that do this together, the faster things will start to change. Until next time, drive smart, stay strong, and keep those wheels turning for you, not for them.